Roisin Anson and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 19th, so it's technically day 19, but I'm filming this for day 18. Basically yesterday I was not feeling very well at all. My knee dislocated in the night and I was in a lot of pain yesterday from my knee and my hip, so I couldn't get any this kind of work done. I didn't feel like filming, I really wasn't feeling too great, and I couldn't sit at my desk, so I was just at my bed all day. But I did get some words done. I got yesterday 2,841 words and I hit my 50,000. I did get a clip of me hitting the 50,000, which I'll put in here. And me winning NaNoWriMo I'll put in here. Hi everyone, just to let you know, this word count is the one that I've actually done today. I've written 2,841 today on my Scrivener. It says I've done 2,804 words. That's just because I accidentally reset my word tracker without at like 30 something words, so I have done that many words today. And here is my sprint times. I haven't actually been sprinting. I've just been working while I've just been doing some words every half an hour or so after I've watched something, and then just going on until I hit at least 500 and then just stopping, so until I felt like writing again and then started again. It's pretty much how I've been working today. And I finished Nano before 4 o'clock today, so I'm very happy with that. It was just that I wasn't feeling well enough to put on a wig and do any of that sort of stuff, so I just didn't do anything like that. So I'm going to update you on this bit here. I also got a new themes on my Scrivener, which you'll see in today's video, because I am hoping to film today. It was just I couldn't do it yesterday, it was just too much. So today's video is basically going to be, how do you get work done when you're just not feeling well enough? So yesterday I had the option. I could have used me being in pain and that sort of stuff for not do anything, which would have been okay. I could have just not done anything yesterday because I was in so much pain, and that would have been fine. But I wanted to get some work done. I was feeling relatively okay that with the bed that I've got, because I've got an adjustable bed, I could manage to get some work done. So I had my sister give me my laptop that was on my desk, and I got work done. I basically watched a video or watched some TV, and then once I'd finished either an episode or something like that, I went to work. I got some work done. I was trying to aim for about 500 words a time, and it worked fine. So I wrote for however long I could. Most of them were over 500 words. I've got the sprint words here. So for my first sprint, I managed to get 651 words. It was good, I was happy with it, that kind of thing. And then I stopped for about an hour and got some more TV show watching, that kind of thing. I was watching Heart Breathing's 2022 NaNoWriMo Diaries, so I was just getting the inspiration from that and just getting some work done. So for every sprint that I did, I watched one episode of those NaNoWriMo Diaries. So my second sprint, I got 701 words, and again had to stop for a bit and then started again. For my second sprint, I got 897 words. And then for my fourth and final sprint, I got 592 words. But I didn't do it as sprints. I didn't set a timer. I didn't do anything like that. I literally just wrote until I was in too much pain, or I was in pain and I didn't want to write anymore, and I hit over 500. It was basically my only goal, and that was it. That was all I did. I hit the 50,000, which is what I wanted to do, and then I stopped for the day. I thought I've done enough. That was it. So I didn't do my 8-hour write-a-thon because I was in so much pain that it wasn't possible for me to do that. So I adapted my plans. I changed them. I still got words in. I still hit NaNoWriMo. I won NaNoWriMo, and I got almost 3,000 words. But I didn't do what I was supposed to. I also didn't film, because like I said, I was in too much pain. I didn't want to show that on camera, and I didn't want to have to put a wig on. I didn't want to have to do anything, so I stopped. I just did what I wanted, which was write my book, and I did that until I didn't want to do any more. That was it. So that was all I did yesterday. I got my words in, that was all I did, and I watched TV and relaxed. I read, I didn't do anything else, and I'd done that by 4 o'clock. And that was it. And I don't feel guilty because I managed to get words done. Even when I was in a lot of pain, I still managed to get something done. I would have been really happy with getting 500 words or 100 words, anything, because I pushed through and got the words in when I wasn't very well. But there are days where I just can't do that. I can't manage to do it, and they're okay as well. If you're in pain, it's up to you to decide whether you want to push through and try and get some words done, or if that day it's just not worth it to try. And either way would be okay, because you know your body better than anybody. So you know when you can push yourself and when you just can't. If I'd have been in a chronic fatigue flare or a fibro flare, I probably wouldn't have pushed myself either. It was only because I was just in pain that I was able to push myself. Like, I was in pain, I was in a lot of pain, and that isn't throwing anything that just because you're in pain you should get work done. It isn't that. I know my body. I know that I can do work while being in pain. I do it every day. This was just a higher pain day than most, but it wasn't the highest pain day. Like I've had worse, and I've stopped writing on days that have been worse. But yesterday, sorry, I was able to push through and get almost 3,000 words, and that was good, and I'm happy with that. But I didn't need to over push myself. I wouldn't have been able to do my 8-hour write-a-thon yesterday because I was in so much pain that I couldn't do it. But I adapted my plan and made it something that I was able to do, which was getting the 2,800 and so words that I needed to win NaNoWriMo. And I did it. I achieved my goal, and I did it, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. But it was just something that I was able to do that day, and that's it. So now for the rest of Nano, I will be working on trying to finish my book, finish the entire rough draft. It is possible, I think. I'm at 50,000 now, and that was on day 18, which was yesterday. So in 18 days I've written, or edited, but mostly written, 50,000 words. So for the 12 days that I've got left, I think I can write an extra 25,000. So that's my plan. I need to get to about 70 to 80,000 is what I'm estimating this book being at. So that's my plan. I'm going to do that. I am going to write, it's basically the same word count as it was before at 2,500 words. I'm going to try and aim for 3,000 on some days to bulk it up, and on like low count days I can basically go between, like I've been doing recently on high count days. When I've been feeling good, I've bulked up my word count to be higher. On high pain days and I'm not very well, I've made it a lower word count day, and that's worked perfectly for me. So that'll be what I'll do this time. I probably won't finish this 24-hour write-a-thon. I haven't done it today either. It is currently 12 o'clock and I haven't started yet of today's vlog, which is going to be tomorrow's vlog for you. It's a bit confusing, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2,500 words today. That'll be what I'll do, and that'll be it. So I'm really happy with that, like my decision to do that, because I'm just not well enough to get that kind of work done. I hope this prep talk has made it that if you're having a high pain day or you're not very well, you can think, oh, I'll push through a little bit and try and get some words done, even if it's just one 10-minute sprint. If you can push through and get something done when you're not very well, that's great. If you can't, that's it. Don't feel guilty because you're having a high pain day and you can't get any work done. That'll be at the end of it. You don't need to think about it. If you know you genuinely can't get any work done today, that's the end of it. You don't need to think about it. You have weighed the pros and cons and you've decided today just isn't that day. That's it. And be proud of that decision, because you've had to do that. You've had to think, is today a high pain day? And you've had to come to the decision that it's just not. It's not worth it to push. And that is so hard to do, because obviously you've done this challenge. You want to do this challenge. You've put for this challenge. And because you have chronic illnesses or you're just not well generally, you had to put that on hold. And just because you've had to do that, however many times you've had to do that this month, doesn't mean that you are any less or any thingier just because you can't make up the time or you can't make up the word count or anything like that. If that has been your month, that's been your month. You're seeing a relatively good month from me this month. Like, I'm shocked at how well I've been doing. Out of this entire year, I've been well about 2 months, 3 months this year, including this month. No, for 8 other months so far, I have not been well. I haven't done anything. You're seeing a good month from me. That's it. It's just coincidence really that it's falling on a month where I'm filming, because the rest of this month I had an operation on my shoulder this year. I've had quite a few crashes this year, and all of them have stopped me from getting work done. But this month has been good and I've been happy and I've taken advantage of that. But that doesn't mean this month is good for you. And if it isn't a good month for you, I'm so sorry that you're going through something like that and that you haven't been able to win Nano if that's the case, because it's a good community building challenge, and I'm just so sorry you've been in pain for all this month or for some of this month and haven't been able to do it. But there's next month and there's the month after and there's the month after. you can still hit your goals and hit Nano, win Nano, get the 50,000 just later. If you're in pain and not well, don't push yourself unless you can. Does that make sense? If you can push yourself, do, but don't push yourself to a point that you have a burnout, anything like that, a crash or anything. It's not worth it to hit Nano. It isn't. If you're not well, don't push. But if you can push that little bit, then do so. That little bit is getting you one step closer to hitting the 50,000 at some point. In 5 years' time, I'm not going to remember that I hit the 50,000. I'm going to remember that I pushed through on a high pain day and got that step closer to hitting Nano. That's all I remember. I won't remember that I hit Nano in 18 days. I hit 50,000 in 18 days. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to remember that I challenged myself and I pushed through on the bad days sometimes and hit the goal. I've had a high pain day this month as well and got 300 words, and I was happy with that because that was all I was able to manage that day. That would be it. And I still have won Nano. So you can do it where you have low pain days and just get one sprint done. So that's all I'm saying is, if you're having a high pain day, if you can push a little bit. If not, that's the end of it. You can chill for the rest of the day. You can have some comforting stuff where you watch your favourite TV shows and try to distract yourself from your body constantly fighting you and being in pain pretty much constantly, which is what people with chronic illnesses have to deal with. That's all I'm going to say on it. If you've had a high pain day, I'm so sorry you've had to go through that, and I hope you have a quick recovery and that you get back to fighting for your goals, which is what we have to do with chronic illnesses. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's a sit down and you didn't actually see me get any of the work done, but I hope this prep talk has made a difference to somebody. So yes, I will see you tomorrow, which is today for me, with hopefully a vlog. I'm going to attempt it. I probably will just be updating you because I can't still sit at my desk with my knee. So I might actually see if I can use this chair from my sister's and get some work done here, because my leg is currently up at the minute on this sofa. So fingers crossed I can get some work done today and I can film it for you. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow for day 19's vlog, and I hope you have a good day today and you managed to get at least one sprint done today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.